Nice to see you all. It is a fun-packed show today. The electric Sean Desmond is here. Yep. I'm gonna learn some dance moves, so I'm pretty excited for that and worried for you because I'm not great at dancing. And we're gonna cook up a storm, so let's get started. Please welcome one of my personal food heroes, Andrea Buckett. This kitchen.
And it's a gorgeous kitchen.
I know, not too shabby, hey?
That's nice.
There's so much room for activities back here.
Dance party later, maybe?
Yeah, definitely. So, Andrea, for those of you at home who don't know, you are a chef and a recipe developer.
I am.
How'd you get into that?
Well, I feel like we have sort of similar backgrounds because I've always had a real passion for food, but I started out in a completely different field. And then I just sort of worked my way around the business, and I was a caterer, and I taught cooking, and then, you know, TV called me, and I am here with you today.
Honestly, I'm thrilled for that.
Yeah.
Thank you for that call, TV.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm thrilled. So we are doing a little bit of a celebratory meal here.
We absolutely are. So we're going to start with a delicious, creamy, herby polenta and mushrooms.
Oh.
All right, so really super easy to do. I'm going to get you started on the mushrooms. You're going to slice those mushrooms, and I'm going to get some herbs in our pan. So I'm just going to go in with, I like to do the whole sprigs because you don't have to do any extra work of pulling off the herbs.
I like that too.
All right, so we've got some rosemary and some thyme, and if you're lucky enough to have a little herb garden, go ahead and use whatever herbs you have.
I only grow things that I can eat. I forget about them otherwise.
Absolutely.
If it's a flower, you're gonna die. Yeah.
I don't have much of a green thumb myself.
No.
So. Okay, so we've got cremini mushrooms, which I love, but you could absolutely use whatever else you love. Of course, there's oyster mushrooms.
My personal favorite mushroom.
Right? There's so many, you can get so many mushrooms now. It's like the world is your oyster mushroom, Mary. Right?
That is my type of humor, Andrea.
All
yeah.
Right. So we've got our herbs infused in that butter and oil, and we add the oil just to sort of bring that temperature up so we don't burn the herbs.
Doesn't it already smell amazing in here?
Delicious.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go ahead and add those cremini mushrooms. They are full of umami flavor, so when they cook down, that flavor really has a chance to concentrate.
Amazing.
What you might find is that you might find your pan gets full of water, okay? Because mushrooms are like sponge. You wanna cook all that water off and then let them cook down until they get brown and caramelized, right? Which is where all the flavor is.
100%.
So, and when you think that you've cooked them far enough, you're just gonna
let them keep cooking.
Mary knows, guys. Let them keep cooking. Exactly.
Yeah.
A couple flavor agents.
Yeah.
We're going to go in with some diced shallot, along with some garlic.
Also, I appreciate that you're wearing your shallot outfit today.
Why, thank you.
This is the color of a beautiful shallot. Yeah.
It's my new Halloween costume. I'm going as a shallot.
Yeah.
I don't think everyone would get that reference, but you and I.
I'd give you my whole bag of candy.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're adding in the shallots and garlic, letting it cook down for a while. I'm also going to add in a little bit of grainy mustard, which is going to give you that sort of pop of flavor that you really need when you have a creamy dish. If you don't have grainy mustard, a little bit of cayenne, a little bit of lemon juice, just something to add a little bit of zip, right, to the back of that palate, a little party going on.
It makes you want to take another bite. Anything that makes you want to take another bite of food, I'm going to put it in.
Exactly. And you want those balance of flavors because we're going to add a little bit of wine here. Once these get cooked down a little bit farther at home, you let these go for about 12 or 15 minutes. You're going to add the wine, and that's going to reduce. And of course, well, you can smell that. It's like a wine.
A wine facial.
Yes.
Yeah.
Opening up those pores. You know, there's antioxidants in wine, right, Mary?
Oh yeah, definitely the white wine.
All right, we're going to finish that off with a little bit of heavy cream because we're just going to gild the lily ever so slightly. You know, and it's not a party unless you have a little bit of heavy cream. It's what makes it special.
That's what I always say, Andrea Buckett.
Yes,
Not a party without heavy cream.
All right, so I'm going to take this off the burner and I'm going to pull in one that we've already had cooking.
Oh, that looks
beautiful. In the
beautiful.
meantime, I'm going to get you to grab these little polenta corners. Now, polenta, you can make it at home, but this is something you buy pre-done. It's a polenta cake.
The log.
The log of polenta, right? You just slice it up. You're going to grill it up. The great thing about this is it's already gluten-free, so you don't, you know, if you have gluten-free people in your life, you could absolutely use that.
Amazing.
Let's pop that on here. I'm gonna get you to chop some chives.
Again, chives. If you do not have a green thumb, try growing chives.
So easy.
So easy.
And then we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna top these little polenta triangles with these gorgeous, creamy, herby mushrooms.
Do you know what I love about this, Andrea Buckett?
What?
You could do this big styles for the vegetarians in your crowd.
Totally.
Which would be perfect.
You could do like a whole round slice, and you could do a nice little stacked number,
Ooh,
right?
Like a little mushroom polenta lasagna.
You got it.
Love that.
Yeah, it's totally delicious. So that's it. This is a great way to sort of bookend the meal. You start with a great appetizer, finish with a great dessert, which we're also going to do.
Oh.
And Bob's your uncle, Mary. You know what I'm saying?
It sounds, honestly, that's how you take dinner from dinner to celebration.
You got it.
Yes.
All right, so let's garnish that up. Those are done.
Oh,
And we're going to move on to our main.
creamy, dreamy. Okay, so what are we doing for the main while I eat some of these delicious things?
Okay, so we're going to do meatballs. And I know you're like, Andrea, meatballs, they're kind of like an everyday thing.
Fun fact, Aaron Mary Ash, my husband right over there, favorite food.
Amazing. These are for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are for you. Okay, so in our bowl, and now it's going to be the way we present it, which is going to set it apart.
Got it.
So we've got lean ground meat, we've got pork, which adds that sort of juiciness to it. Some standard items like parsley.
Okay, classic.
You know what I'm going to get you to do? This is called a panade we've got going on here. It's some bread and milk.
Okay.
And I'm going to get you to crack an egg into it.
This looks like, you know when you forget your cereal? And it just turns into mush?
It just sits there in front of the TV while you're watching cartoons.
Yeah,
I know.
And you're like, Mom, I need a new bowl.
But it's actually called a panade, and it's what's going to give us that really nice tender bite in these
Nice.
meatballs. And you can see I'm going in with my hands. Lots of delicious flavors in here, but your hands are really the best tool in the kitchen. Wouldn't you agree?
I would agree.
Yeah.
Honestly, you got forks at the end of your hand, or under your
Totally.
wrists.
Forks, tongs,
Yeah.
mixing utensils.
Perfect for tossing a salad.
All right, we're going to get you to throw that in there.
Perfect. True.
You must have very soft hands. All that olive oil.
I know, honestly,
You
I
know?
feel I don't moisturize. It's butter.
Mary's new line of skincare coming soon.
Find it in the dairy aisle. Oh my
okay.
gosh, this smells out of control.
Okay, so now I'm going to give you a little tip
Okay.
here. We're going to use your hands, and I'm going to form the meatballs. Now, we're doing large meatballs. Can I get you to grab that sheet pan right there?
Of course.
I use a little bit of water on my hands because that'll allow you to sort of form them without everything sticking to them, although, sticking to mine because I've been mixing.
Exactly, but that's a great tip though. Anytime I'm forming any sort of thing, even if I'm making like a falafel or something, little bit of water on your hands makes it so stuff doesn't stick.
Okay, I am going to get you to go, I'm going to go wash my hands.
Okay.
I'm going to get you to go to the oven and get some salsa. We've been heating up.
Honestly, I always say anytime people are coming over for a celebration that like I instruct you to ask for help. I never ask for help, but I love when I'm asked for help.
Well, Mary, I know you're very competent, so
Thank
I'm
you very
asking
much.
you for
I
help.
appreciate that, Andrea.
All right. I've heard that you can cook a little bit, so I'm giving you a job.
This is a great idea.
So this is a great way to save time. You're going to heat up your sauce first, and then you're going to put your meatballs in there. So do you want to do the meatballs? I'm going to get you to put the meatballs in
Let's
there.
meatball it. I love meatballing.
So
Okay.
this is nice and warm. You pop your meatballs in. Now this does make 8. It goes back in the oven, it gets covered, and it gets cooked for about 40 minutes. So you're gonna do about 20 to 25 minutes per side.
Okay.
And then it is done. It's delicious, beautiful. I'm gonna get you to go and grab the finished one.
The done meat. I love this though, so you don't have to sear them. You just kind of like cook them in that sauce.
It's gonna keep it nice and moist.
Oh, I love that.
Now, we are going to serve some delicious whipped ricotta with that. We're not gonna do noodles, which would be what you would expect. We've got some ricotta cream here, ricotta cheese, sorry. Some heavy cream, because you're already using cream anyways. Some basil, some chives, and what else do we have in there? Parmesan.
Parmesan.
Now, this is how you're gonna serve it up to make it special, all right? So you could do this family style, or you could, yes, oh yes.
That is bananas.
Yes, I know.
I was too excited about the ricotta. Yeah.
So you're just gonna put it out, you're gonna, make it a little fancy.
Oh my gosh.
Then we're going to serve a gorgeous meatball on
Now,
top
did
of
you
there.
talk about that honey in there?
Oh, no, did I say there was honey in there? Well, there is honey in there.
Andrea Buckett is the queen of the sweet and savory.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, she does such a good job. Look at those
Look.
meatballs.
That's a one spicy meatball.
Yes. Oh, that's beautiful.
We're gonna garnish with some parsley or basil.
Basil, delicious.
Yeah, super delicious. Obviously, you can do it family style and a little crostini, and there you go.
I love the crostini trick too. You don't always have to make noodles. This hair's big enough. We don't want to add a bunch of moisture into the air.
You got it. You don't want the extra work.
No, that's amazing. So that looks fantastic.
Yes.
Now we got to do a little dessert.
Okay, so the dessert is super easy. It's called an affogato. I'm gonna grab the ice cream.
Okay.
You've got some espresso up there.
Ooh.
Because all affogato really is is vanilla ice cream and some delicious espresso poured over top.
Amazing.
We did this earlier because it's easier to prep ahead when your guests aren't there. You just do these little ice cream nuggets.
They're like, honestly, Murphy's Law, if you're trying to scoop ice cream when people are over, it's gonna be like cement.
It's like, you know, get out the jackhammer.
Yeah.
All right, a little bit of espresso. You could use pre-made, you know, espresso powder.
Amazing.
You could also use really strong coffee.
Ooh.
And we're gonna serve them with these delicious little orange scented cardamom pommiers, Marrier.
I love this. Marrier.
A pommier from Marrier.
Listen, it's like we were in Italy, and now we're going a little bit to Sweden with that little bit of cardamom in these babies.
Just a little travel experience. That's what you want when you're eating, you know?
100%. Andrea Buckett, let's give this a little taste to Rooney.
This is delicious.
Oh my gosh, this looks so good.
And you got your fuel.
I got my fuel.
You got your jet fuel.
For the rest of the day. Look at this bread, Andrea. This has been amazing.
So much fun.
Hey, Mary here. What did you think? Drop your comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more of the good stuff.